This is Penny. Today is Thursday, May the 23rd, 2019. This is Penley-Ann Creations. I'm located in New Jersey. The weather is gorgeous today. Unfortunately, by evening, we're looking at storms. There were some bad storms in Missouri. A couple of people died. Definitely our sympathy goes out to the family and friends. And also we are looking at more storms throughout the country. So I just hope everyone is safe. Okay, this video is going to be focused on educational things that we can read and learn from. Let me go over some announcements. D. Thomas and Classy Kim Crochet. They just started the YouTube channel. We congratulate and support Dee and Kim and wish them well. Kim is also having a 100 subscribers giveaway. It's a beautiful bag. You can see her channel for all the particulars. I know that Dee is over 100 subscribers, but I don't know what her plans are. I know she's going back and forth with several YouTube names. She didn't want to lose her D. Thomas. I told her she doesn't have to use D. Thomas. That can go under her title name. Like mine is Penley-Ann Creations, and then under that you see Penny Cheek. Also, I have received 2 messages from subscribers that Marcus have recommended my channel Penley-Ann Creations to them. I'm truly honored. I welcome all the new subscribers. I would like to say a big thank you to Marcus, and also mention that Marcus does great charity work for newborns. I think he works with the premature infants. I enjoy reading all of your comments, and I thank you for continuing to support my videos. Also, the other day when I was watching Dee, she came up with she's a knitter, and she came up with 2 acronyms. The first one is SWK, and it stands for Sleeping While Knitting. The second one is SWC, Sleeping While Crocheting. So that's something we can add to our glossary of knitting and crocheting terminology, if you will. All right, let's move along here. The first thing I would like to talk about, if you don't know it, Red Heart, they have an app that you can put on one of your devices or your computer. And one of the things that it does is that if you take one of the Red Heart products, any type of yarn they have, and you just put this up to the app, it will populate patterns. So, and that's what I did. I put this up to the app, and it populated over 383 patterns for fashion soft and soft. And this is one of the patterns. It's called Open Front Cardigan. It's classified as easy. And I should have gotten mine. Okay, I can use this pencil. And if you can see right here, if I move it a little closer, that's the Red Heart Soft. So if you have some Red Heart and you're not sure what you want to make with it, use the app on your Red Heart yarns and see what it pulls up. Some of the patterns you may be interested in doing. This is the email. redheart.com. This is how you locate it. And once you pull it up, you'll see the app. And you can download the app on your tablet or your phone. Here go better picture of the open front comfy cardigan. So I'm looking to make that. Don't know when, but I am looking forward to making that. So check out Red Heart for their app. I don't know how long it's been in existence. I just found out about it. The next thing I would like to go over, oops, don't drop that, is that Mikey has released, bear with me one second, I have to get it, here we go, right here. Mikey has released the new pattern for May. Remember every month, his last month, the floral Afghan of the month came out. He started this, supposed to run all the way up until July. It's an ebook. You can print it out every month. You can also download it to your computer or to a memory stick and take it to one of your local printing businesses and have them print it and put it in a booklet for you. These are some of the the designs that we will be getting for the Afghan. And it's the clock for this month. And of course, I have everything all ready to go over. And I cannot find a picture of the clock. I have it in here, but it's so many pages. I should have put in a sticker. Okay, here go to, this is a flower clock square right here. So that's what we're supposed to download. This came out the 15th. I know I am late showing this. I haven't had a video. I've been having too much fun on vacation, and plus after vacation I was showing the yarn that I had purchased from the tent sale in North Carolina. So we've been having fun with that. We had fun with that video, and then my 1,000 subscriber announcement, and that was fun. So me and Calvin had a lot of fun with that. So I was a little late with showing the latest. And this flower clock square, Mikey suggests that we make 2. If you're following his steps. I'm not following his steps. So that's what that looks like. He said that is the simplest pattern in the collection. So if you struggled with the first one, this one will be the easiest one you will have, and you shouldn't struggle with that one at all. And this is what it looks like. It's not 12, it's actually 18 going around. So my first chrysanthemum, the first one I did, I showed this. I said I was going to just do this one, and I was going to do it for the entire blanket. I think it's 20 squares, and they are 14 by 14. Because I thought that the rest of them was too busy for me. So when I saw the clock pattern, and this got even simpler, I said I would use the chrysanthemum and the clock pattern together for the blanket. And I have to decide whether I'm going to use these as the corner, each corner and one in the middle, and then the clock pattern will be every other space that's available. So I'm going to use both of these in my design. So I'm up to 3. Here go. I have 2 of these, and I just need to make one more of these because Mikey suggests that We make 2, and I have to make 1 more. So the release is every month, so you have time to make the flowers as instructed, whether it's 2 for the month or 1 for the month or 3 for the month, whatever his directions come out to. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about, let's go back to the red heart. While I was printing on red heart, because I look for easy patterns all the time, I want to bring everyone easy patterns to do, whether it's crocheting or knitting. And I discovered this. I knew about this last year because I did print it. But red heart comes out with a lot of yarn and a lot of yarn colors. And this is called For the Joy of It. And they ask that you sign up for the Red Heart newsletter to receive the latest update, offers, sales, and more. And this is still at redheart.com. And what this is your multicolor coordinated list. So if you have a color, for instance, this color says springtime. If you can, springtime right here. And it coordinates with tan and country blue. And they give you the number 334 and 882. So if you have you're not sure of what color to add to this, Red Heart makes it easy for you and give you the coordinated list. So when you go in the store and you see colors that's in groupings, normally those are the colors that go together. But then you have a list right here that'll help you coordinate the colors that you may have home. So if you have something home and you look at this list, and it'll give you the colors that works well with it. So that's something you can download, print out if you may. And it's called, again, For the Joy of It. Moving right along, we have a glossary of wool terms. A couple of videos ago, I was asking about what is a word that for a person who specializes in yarn fiber. And I did have a couple of people put in the comments on what they thought it was, although it's not an industry standard as of I can find. So this is what I found from Colorado State University. This is a glossary of wool terms. For example, the first one is apparel wool. So it says wool is suitable for manufacture into apparel fabrics. Right here they have a hank. And they said it's for between 560 yards, 512 meters, units of wool yarn, wood on a ream. So they got camp, lock, petal, range wood, yield. So they have fleece. They have so many different wool terms. They talk about all different types of animal. And right here they have the word coarse. Coarse. Fiber of large diameter and low count. I saw something about different fibers for under the belly of the animal. So it's very open fleece, a type of fleece which does not hang together as a unit, usually a lighter weight fleece, prone to debris. So you gotta, oh, here we go. The belly fiber harvest from the belly, usually of a coarse quality. So this is really interesting. It talks about the animal, density numbers, softness, sorting. So this is something, if you're interested in something, if you're interested in reading this, this is from the Colorado State University by S.B. Lee Valley. And I do not have access to my computer to put these websites in the description, but I will put them in there. I know you're going to ask me for them, so give me a couple of days and I'll go back and I'll put these websites in there, and I'll also let you know that they're there. But in the meantime, this one is www.exT.colostate.edu. And this is where you'll find that. So that'll just give you more knowledge when you go to these fiber workshops. What else they call them? I'm drawing a blank. Where you go and buy yarn at, and you can be more familiarized with terms, and that really will help you formulate your questions to whoever's selling yarn there. So that is fascinating. The next one I have is from the University of Kentucky. This one is from the College of Agriculture. If you're interested in teaching, I think this is something like a curriculum they put together, and it goes over different techniques and different types of stitching, and how to present your information to your students, how to teach. And they also talk about some of the equipment that you need for your class. They also teach you how to read yarn labels. And they also tell you that you should go and print out the 4-H yarn standard, which I'll go over in a second because I did print that out. So if you're interested in teaching, this is a good guide for starting out. And they tell you how to deal with students. You know, if they're not holding their crochet hook the way you are, you know, you have to let them be comfortable with how they hold it and not force them to do it the way you want them to do it. This is, let me put this closer. So this is the University of Kentucky College of Agriculture, UK Cooperative Extension Services. And this is a part of the curriculum for teaching. Bear with me a second, see if how did I find this? Because I was doing searching on different types of crochet information. Bear with me, just reading a little bit. I don't see anything that just said that this was compiled by Doris B. Reed. She's a CYCA. And what that is, she's a certified master crochet instructor. So that's the title. When you get a master creator, master crochet instructor. You have to be certified. It's called a CYCA. And this dates all the way back to 2014. This information is still good as of we are in 2019. Bear with me. Looks like she has her PhD in student in clothing and textile. So I believe that this yarn, you are efficient, you're a master, and a person who studied this has to be under textile. And it has to be a name for this. And it's not only going to come under yarn, because yarn starts out as a textile industry and then it branches off. Okay, so if you're going to search, because I don't see a direct link to get to this package. So you're going to just have to search out this name if you can see. If not, leave me a comment and I will, or email me at pennycheek12@gmail.com and I'll see if I can email it to you that way. This next one, this is the standards and guidelines for crochet and knitting. And it was compiled by Craft Yarn Council. And this is the email at the bottom here. yarnstandards.com. So you should be able to easily pull that up. Let's go to the table of contents and see what they're talking about here. Yeah, the glare, right? This guidelines, it talks about the abbreviation of crochet, contains a master list, terms and common measurements, Tunisian abbreviations, the terms that's different from between the US and UK and Canada. It also has a crochet chart symbols. They have knitting, the abbreviation. They also have a knitting master list. So for all the knitters out here, this is beneficial to you also. They have terms and common measurements, and they have the difference between the US and Canada. They have the knit chart symbols, cable symbols. They have loom knitting symbols. I found that to be fantastic because I haven't seen that. If you loom knit, they have a section in here that help you with the abbreviation on loom knitting. They talk to you about the wrap per inch, how to measure that. Remember before when I had brought that yarn and it just gave me the YPPs and I didn't understand that? That breaks it down there. They have the standards of body measurements and sizing from baby all the way up to delts. They go over the foot size to your hand size to the clothing size, and they have a chart in here where they go over all of the sizes, and this is excellent. This is the foot size for baby, child, youth shoe size, and then it goes to a woman's shoe size and a man's shoe size. And for the man it goes up to 12 to 14, and a woman goes up to 10 to 12 and a half. So that is excellent information. It also talks about the standard weight, yarn weight system. It goes over the hooks and needles, steel hooks and crochet threads, yarn label information, care symbols. So it has a list of all the care symbols in here. So if you can look at they'll give you right here, it talks about all of the care symbols. So this is actually a cheat sheet for you. And they have a section at the bottom, designer guideline. And they talk about before you submit your designs, how to submit your designs, how companies process submissions, what happens after a design is accepted. So if you're looking into designing, this is also a chapter in this guideline on designing. So that's something interesting if you are interested in designing. Right here is the crochet abbreviation master list. And my desire is to put together a crochet abbreviation master list myself, because if you look at Red Heart, Yarn Inspiration, Premium, Premier, they all have additional abbreviation for their patterns. And it would be nice to collect all that stuff and just gather into one. And of course, on some of them, I have to ask for permission. And I have to credit the source, because if you do not credit the source, that's stealing, and it's unethical to do that. So that's why it's taken me a little bit more time to get that up and running for you. So this is excellent right here. And here goes the symbols and the charts for crochet. So this is very good for crochet, for people who crochet, people who knit, and Tunisian and loom knitting. And again, this is the standards and guideline for crochet and knitting. Hopefully you'll find this very interesting. If you can print it, I would suggest, if you can't, download it on one of your mobile devices, your tablets, your laptop or home computer, and in between resting your hands, which is we supposed to do, maybe you get some reading done. This one is the one that was mentioned for in the Kentucky one, about they use the 4-H crochet handbook. This is by Susan Halls and Deborah Proctor. And this is from the Utah State University Cooperative Extension. Here they have, if you go to the table of contents, at the bottom here they have get the free mobile app. I did not try to pull that down. I actually just now saw it. I had this now for a couple of months, so I've been flipping through it, and I have not seen this. So, and I get a chance today, I'll pull that down and see what type of information that app can provide. It says that, hold on. Okay, this says that micro tabs. It said throughout this booklet are connected to instructional crocheting videos. It will require you to download the app to use these tags. To download app, go to http://gettag.mobile. gettag.mobi. I know sometimes my pronunciation is hard to follow. This is the table of contents. It says it teaches you the love of crochet to kids, crocheting patterns, crocheting tools, yarn and gauges, working for a pattern, working from a pattern, holding your yarn and hook. They have a series of patterns. And of course, they have the smartphone tags, which is on 40, which I wasn't aware of. I noticed they had, this is also a teaching pamphlet too. I remember that when I was reading it. So if you into teaching, you can pull this down, and this can coordinate some of your lesson plans. I think Dee said she learned through the 4-H. I wasn't familiar with it until I pulled this down. So if you go on page 40 with the table of contents reference, they'll give you several websites that you can click on, and they'll go over each topic. And the first one is measuring crochet gauge, reading a crochet pattern, getting started, weaving in ends, and that's something. And here go the phone tag at the bottom. So this is all very interesting information. I find extremely information, because you have to continue to learn. If you want to grow, you have to read. Tutorials are excellent, but if you back it up through reading, you'll learn an awful lot, because a video just can't cover everything they would like to tell you, because it's just so much information. So if you can take your video, if somebody's showing you how to make a sweater or a shawl or a hat, and I know they want to teach you about little tips and stuff, but they can only do but so much because of time. So if you can take your time, a little bit time out, and get some reading done and educate yourself, then you'll be surprised how fast you'll grow with crocheting or knitting, because that works hand in hand. And ladies and gentlemen, and that's it. This is one of the videos I wanted to do, because it's based on education. And with all those pamphlets I showed and the Red Heart app you download, you should be able to find some interesting subjects to read. If we just go back to the Red Heart for a second before I sign off, if you download a Red Heart pattern, what are you going to notice? That a 25% coupon is going to pop up. I've learned this a long time ago. Ross from the Smell Great guy, he always mentions that. But I print a lot at Red Heart, and it always pops up. And it's usually good for just 24 hours. So just keep in mind that if you plan on purchasing something from Red Heart, just download a pattern, go back in it, and that 25% will populate. And again, it's only good for 24 hours. It's no limit on how many times you can use that 25%. So every time you download, you can get a new one and a new one and a new one. So that's something for you to keep in the back of your mind, that if you want to order something from Red Heart, only thing you need to do is download a pattern, and a 25% coupon will populate. Let me show you my bear. He was sitting over there. Calvin had brought me some animal cookies, so I finished them. I couldn't get this off right here, and it's also on his bumpy. This thing holds a lot of my ends, and I think I talked about I had my ends in a plastic bag, and I didn't want to get a regular big mason jar. It just wasn't appealing to me. And when Calvin brought me home some animal cookies and I saw this, I said, this is the perfect container. See, if you push on it, see how much is still space I still have? And I had a huge bag of ends. So I'm so glad that I found a lovely home for my ends to display it in my craft room. And when I was at AC Moore, I don't know if you remember, and I picked up these tags, chalk board tags in a pencil to write on. I think I'm going to need to go back to old school with the chalk because this is not showing up well. I want to put on here fiber belly or my hiney or something. But it's not coming up. It's not showing. So this is what it was supposed to look like. And then I also have one for the back. So when I go back to the store, I think I'm going to take the pencils back because they're not showing up well with the chalk. And I think I'm just going to get the old school chalk, the bigger one. Yep, chalk. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this information useful. I hope when you get a chance, you'll download some of the handouts. If you have a problem and you can't find them, just send me an email. I'll attach the URL to the email and send it to you. All right. Bye.